What happens when you let two country boys into a radio station and give them their own show? You're about to find out.
Hold on to your butts.
This is the DMac and Zach Show.
Good Monday evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zach.
Hey, it's Joe here. This is the DMac and Zach Show. DMac cannot be with us today because of his secondary job, which is not this.
He's too cool for us.
Well, that's not really saying much, but yeah.
We're at our new studio.
In someone's living room.
We're at Doc's house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am sitting in for DMac. And for those of you out there in Radio Land, you may remember me. Viva Doc Vegas, I had a moderately rated overnight radio show in the mid to late 2000s. We are here at the awesome Bathurst Studios. And I'm so glad to have you guys here.
We're glad to be here.
Yeah, this is quite the setup here.
Yeah, I'm excited about your guys' show, too.
Well, are you lying?
No.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Because usually when people say that, we call them on their crowd.
On their crowd.
Yeah.
No, I'm genuinely excited to be back on the radio with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God somebody likes us.
I didn't say I liked you. I just said I'm glad to be back on the radio with someone.
I'll take what I get at this point.
There you go.
So, yeah, we'll see how this goes without DMac. And K-Dan's here, too. We have reluctantly gave him a microphone, so we'll see if he can...
So far, it hasn't bit you in the butt.
So
we'll see.
Oh, okay. So we'll see if he doesn't...
There's an hour.
Well, I'll tell you, because Brandon, I guess you're the kind of the producer here. If he needs his mic turned off, give me a high sign, and we'll just cut that right out.
Can't we just cut it off? Just go ahead and preemptively
cut
it off?
We can go ahead and preemptively. It's gone. See, he's gone. He's out of there.
All right. Cool. Good.
Olive's here, too. She's having a great time.
Yeah, Olive is the mascot for Bathurst Manors, 6-pound white Maltipoo, and she is...
Adorbs.
Okay, mic off for him.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, she is adorbs. He is right. I mean, I can't argue with that. That is a term that I don't use it, but lots of very sexy ladies do.
Oh, yeah.
Really the only thing we can find at fault with Olive, for short, is her terrible traction.
She does not get good traction at all on slick floors.
She's more of a summer dog.
Yeah, well, it's part of it is that she's just the way that she's geared, she gets so much torque. She spins before she gets traction.
Yeah, she needs to spend some time in the shop.
She does.
Get like a track bar adjustment or some sort of NASCAR term.
Yeah.
Not a really fan of, but whatever.
Hey, speaking of sports you're not a fan of, how about that World Cup, huh?
Yeah, the kickball tournament.
It's still going on, right?
Yeah.
I think it's still going on. I don't really know.
It's like Czechoslovakia and the Netherlands or something. Is that what
I think
saw?
Antarctica's kicking a penguin around.
Yeah, and like something about it's sponsored by Chili's or something. I don't know.
I think if the actual company, I think if the actual country Chili wins, you get like a free appetizer at the restaurant Chili's.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure on that, but it sounds like a good deal to me.
Huh? I mean, I don't know. I don't keep up with it.
I don't know. K-Dan?
What?
Do you got anything for that?
Do you keep up with World Cup?
Any input on the sports world?
You seem like a soccer kind of guy.
I really do.
He's just a big sports nut over here. You can just tell.
There's a ball, and they kick it in a net.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, they sometimes kick it in a net. It's a pretty rare occasion. It's always a big deal when it happens.
And they fake injuries left and right.
I think the thing that bothers me about soccer is that you don't know when it's going to end. Like the referee just decides when it's over.
He's like, I'm tired.
Yeah. It's basically like whenever the referee gets tired of running, it's like, man, I'm done with this. Or it's like when his wife like texts him, it's like, you about done? Like, oh yeah, let's wrap this up, guys. Next goal's it.
Yeah.
I would love to play soccer if the ref was out of shape and had a temperamental wife.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going 20 minutes maybe.
I don't know. See, that's the thing I don't understand about a lot of sports. Like, why do we waste all that time at the beginning of the game? Like, just show us the last 5 minutes. Like, let's just start having 5-minute games. Like, do you realize how many seasons you could have? You could have like a season a month, or like a championship. Just boom, just like knock them out.
When is the World Cup even over? Like, how long does it last?
Well, see, that's what's so weird.
It lasts for 4 years.
Yeah, it's literally as soon as it gets done.
It's
this
the
time,
Olympics.
it's time to start it again.
So by the time it's over, so by the time the Olympics starts, and then the new one starts.
We're not talking about the Olympics, Kaden.
No,
We're talking
that's
about...
how long the World Cup is.
Yeah, every 2 years. If
Yeah,
it's
there you go.
4 if
Something
you're
like that.
going summer to summer or winter to winter.
That's why I like football.
Well, technically, this is football. Like other parts of the world
Call it football.
call
yeah.
this football.
We're the only. America's the only place
America.
that calls it soccer.
We're also the only ones who use Fahrenheit, feet and inches, and
Miles.
The English system, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else uses it. Like there's us, and it's like Uganda and some other country.
Yeah, just a
that
bunch of little-
that use the English system. Everybody else is metric.
Yeah, it's like America and
You see how
a
well
few
they're doing.
third world countries. They all use that system.
and it's only third world countries that are like, we want to be like America, man.
So does that make us right or does that make us wrong?
Or does that make us first world problem people? With
That just
third
makes us
world
America.
problem?
It just
I don't
puts
know.
us in the minority in the world.
Well, the
That's-
minority's taking over.
We're in the measuring minority. That's what it is.
Because if there's
If I had a
something
nickel
more
every
than
time I heard
America
that.
wants, because if there's something more than America wants, is minorities.
Yeah, that's one of the things that America just straight up lost the battle on. They we're like, we're using this English system that's ridiculously hard to convert anything to, and everybody else in the world's like, no, we're not. Like other stuff you guys do, we're cool with. This, no, we're not. We're out.
This is the type of stuff General Patton fought for, you know?
yeah,
If you think
and
about
and
it.
everybody else just crammed it right back in his face.
Well,
And driving on the right side of the road?
Poor General Patton.
Aren't we the only one who does the driving on the right side of the road? Generally, everyone else does left side, right?
No, not. It's kind of. It depends on where you are. It's like a toss up. I know, like a lot of countries in Africa driving out on the right side of the road. And
Third world.
Well, and a lot. Back to the third world thing, man. America and third worlds. What's up with that?
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, sure, whatever, man.
Seems to be where we're headed.
I would just think the drive-thrus would be so. Like, how do you get your cheeseburger?
We're
You
on
have
the
to
other.
reach- you have to reach
They you go through on the other side.
Oh,
Like when you go to Cookout.
Just like an American.
No.
Like when
right
you go
there.
through the wrong side of Cookout.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes
and you
sense.
forget you don't have a passenger.
So you're saying Cookout is ran by Europeans?
You'd think. You would think.
What a great first segment we've had so far.
I know, that's great. Well, yeah, we start with the 5 random facts for Monday. That's what we usually do.
I think we just covered that.
So yeah, I guess. Well, yeah,
No,
that-
but we got 5 more.
Yeah, that was a lot of random facts. But see, so like we were talking about how the English system is weird, but 55.8% of websites in the world use English as their main language. The number 2 language is German at 6.1% and Russian at 5.9%. I wonder what those German websites are about.
I think that's where you buy a wife or some sort of servant. I think
I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
guess.
the Russian sites for sure.
I'm gonna guess pornography.
Yeah,
Because
I think that's
here's
what
the thing.
we're all thinking.
That you don't have to be able to read to know what's going to navigate that site.
you can tell. You can usually tell whether it's good or bad. First click, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, oh, I'm in the right spot, or maybe I should go back a page or two.
Indeed.
I'm kind of surprised by that, though. I would figure
Chinese, at least.
Spanish or Chinese. I would figure
Yeah.
there would be 2 or 3.
Yeah, I guess not much Spanish. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird that there's not more Spanish. I guess like, well, but
we
you know,
we could state obvious facts. Would probably make someone upset. So we'll just leave it at.
Well, but no. Well, here's the thing. A lot of Spanish people speak English
Fluently.
fluently.
Almost better than
And,
we do.
Yeah, and not a lot of Americans speak Spanish.
No.
Why do we need
No
to learn
bueno.
Spanish?
No es bueno.
No español.
I know how to say burrito. That's all I need.
Speaking of burritos, we had some delicious burritos at Moe's just now.
Shout out. Hey,
Food
we want a
sponsor.
sponsor.
And then
Man,
we stopped for ice cream, apparently. K-Dan's idea.
Yep,
And-
it was K-Dan's idea.
It was a bad idea.
K-Dan thought he was.
It was a great idea.
K-Dan thought he was putting a guy named Ben in his mouth, and he was excited.
Oh yeah.
We got a fan going.
We did have a fan going.
Now it's going to.
Now we have no fans.
The only fan in the room left.
We turned it off.
Yep. There goes all. The
Olive's
fans.
not even paying attention.
Nah, she's listening. She's
Olive just keeps mean mugging me.
Yeah, she doesn't like you.
I don't blame her.
She's like, I'm going to tear your face off.
Yeah.
So-
Or your toe, because that's all I can reach.
Well, anyway.
Back to the top
So-
5 random facts for today.
Yeah, back to what we were talking about before. Let's see. Number 2, Florida is the flattest state in the U.S. Kansas has the reputation for being the flattest state, but it came in 7th.
It's because they got all those old people to put in the potholes, make it even.
How long do you think before Florida gets some work done to get off the top of that list? You know,
I think they're okay with it, man.
Wait,
You
mean
think
they're
so?
that flat,
So when
they have
you-
all those plastic surgeons? They can't.
So
they can't
you're
lift
saying
it up at all?
you're saying flat in terms of there is the least topographical difference.
Yeah, it's just a flat expanse of land, I guess.
The
Yeah,
glades
because it's all like so much of it's at sea level.
and glades
Yeah,
and
that's true.
stuff.
Yeah.
So man,
And
I thought maybe-
Kansas is like the one side of Kansas is in like the Rockies, right?
not
that-
here, but Kansas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wonder why Florida doesn't get ravaged by tornadoes
I don't know.
and have houses get carried away to fantastic lands.
Well, God usually does his work with hurricanes down there. And
Yeah.
does a pretty good job.
They opted for hurricanes instead of tornadoes. I don't know if they made the right choice, but they made a different choice.
Well,
that's for sure.
All right. Let's see.
So wait, hold on. So
okay.
Kansas is number 7,
Yeah, Kansas
and
is number
Florida is
7.
first. Do you have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6?
No, I don't. No, I don't have those here.
I would
Oh,
say.
okay.
I would say Texas is in that.
or Arizona.
Well, here's the thing.
Arizona has a canyon.
I'm thinking like Louisiana
Yeah.
because it's all Rhode Island maybe.
It's so small.
and Maryland. Because I'm trying to think of because clearly it's a coastal thing.
Yeah, Rhode Island doesn't have
Yeah.
any room for mountains.
Yeah.
It's just
They barely have room for a city. Yeah, if you think about it.
True.
They have one city and
Providence.
What
Yeah.
about Jersey?
I just like how Rhode Island
Maybe
came up
Jersey.
last week, and now we're talking about it again.
I think Jersey's just so piled up with trash, like they can't tell where the bottom is.
where the actual land
Yeah,
is.
they're like,
Do they
there's a big
show-
hump of trash.
Do they show Garden State as like basically the state's movie? To be like, hey, look, we got cool stuff here.
That's fiction.
I think you're the only person here that's seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Zach
you're probably
Braff. I
right.
wanted to see it.
Okay, well, anyway. Okay. Number 3, the only place where the Venus flytrap grows natively is within 60 miles of Wilmington, North Carolina. If they're growing anywhere else, it's because they've been transplanted there.
Booyah.
Road trip.
Yep.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking, bro.
I want to throw Joe in there.
Pack up the stuff. Let's get in the van.
We finish this. We get
Going to Wilmington.
we get in the
Venus flytrap.
Ghostbuster car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to go pick a Venus flytrap and bring it back here to...
I think it's illegal to pick them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think they're
They're, like, protected
yeah,
or something?
Yeah, they're not indigenous. Yeah, they're protected. They're
It's like a woolly
protected.
mammoth and Venus flytrap.
It's woolly mammoths, Venus flytraps, and like pandas.
Oh, okay.
That's
I hope
true.
this isn't on your prep, but did you know that?
Fun fact.
Fun fact: did you know that every panda is on loan from China? They own all the pandas.
They...
So
they rent them out. They basically whore out pandas
so we
to the
owe,
rest of the world.
So technically, we owe China like $24 billion in
pandas.
17 pandas.
Well, I don't know how. I don't know how much the pandas cost to rent, but they are on loan from China, and every panda that if you see one outside of China, it is on loan from China.
Every pair of Jordans you buy from Nike cancels out a panda. So like, there's going to be like this. There's going to be a swing soon. We're going to own so many pandas, and they're like, "Oh, we want them back."
They will give us back our Jordans.
Yeah,
Poor pandas.
no, they got enough people making.
So that was like 3A.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4, yellow cars retain more value than any other car. Black cars retain the least value. I wonder why that is.
Because black cars
Racist?
get toe up.
Toe up.
Yeah, well, it's because black cars probably because they show everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like all nicks, dings, like imperfections in the paint, and yellow cars are just so bright you can't even tell what's going on.
Anytime, if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto, you get in a yellow car, you can drive around and pick people up for money. So that's
Really?
I'm thinking that's how you retain value.
Yeah.
You make money with a yellow car.
Yeah,
Likewise,
with taxi cab.
You can't.
I see
I got
what you did there.
That's
can't
cool.
do. You can't do it with a black car.
That's true. No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Number 5, the U.S. would save $4.4 billion if we replaced the dollar bill with a dollar coin, because coins last so much longer, and yet we still don't want dollar coins.
America.
I want a dollar coin.
I hate them.
Yeah.
Man, they make my pockets heavy.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why nobody wants them.
And here's the other thing. As excited as I would be about tucking a coin into a G-string at a strip club,
Yes, make it hell, baby.
That
I
is,
don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, it's very impractical.
Yeah.
So would they bring back the $2 bill?
And what? And yeah, like you can't make it rain with dollar coins.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
You probably hurt somebody.
When I think about it, I'm like, if a dollar bill was like, I don't know, if a dollar bill was like a brick, it would make sense to make it a small coin.
Right.
Like I could see, because carrying around a bunch of bricks would be ridiculous. So turning into that. But I'll tell you this, I had rather carry around 4 quarters than a dollar coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I really think about change in my pocket, like the dollar coin is because you reach in, it's the biggest coin in your pocket. You always pull it out, and you're like, "Oh, the stupid coin again." I just want to throw it away, but it's worth $1, so it's not like pennies when I just throw them out of my window of my car at the drive-through.
And I really disagree with the coin part. Just on my sole purpose, Thursday night when I go to the strip club, it's all counterfeit ones.
Yeah, you do the same thing I do with the counterfeits.
There's no way that you can counterfeit coins, and
we did the one time. Well, I'll
Try Monopoly money.
Well, I'll just go ahead and tell them. We did the one time, and we did great for like the first probably 30, 40 minutes, and then the chocolate started melting.
Yeah.
And boy, did we get kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't take it. You can't take those girls to Waffle House on chocolate money. You know it.
No, they know it. They know it.
Well, on that note, coming up, last time we told you about the one-legged Speedo.
I've bought 3 pairs since.
And it was a big hit on our Facebook page, by which I mean it got 5 comments as opposed to the rest of our posts, which get none. None. So now we'll show you a new type of garment for the ladies. I think you're going to like it. It's coming up next.
This is the DMac and Zach Show.